Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
Squash the beef. What is...
There's a chicken and...
Oh, this is episode 12.
12-y.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
12s.
Yeah.
Goodness, man. That's 12 weeks.
Good job,
Right?
brother.
Yes.
You're
math.
very smart.
That's like, wow, that's like 3 months.
Dude, it's been 3 months.
3 fucking months, man.
That's crazy.
Oh, my Lord.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Thank you, Cristal. We
Because
have
of people
a lovely...
like you, our supporters.
Excuse me? We have a lovely guest.
Lovely, lovely.
Lovely. Named
Cameras.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Crystal, what's
Hi.
up? What's going on?
What's going down?
Whoa! Let's rewind that.
I think we should start over.
Yeah. You want to take it back? Alrighty. Crystal's from...
Australia.
Australia.
Alright.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about, growing up in Australia. You were born there, right?
Yes, I was. I'm from Melbourne. Yeah.
Shout out to Melbourne.
Oh, yeah. You got friends and family back home, right?
Yeah.
Melbourne?
Yep. All my family's down there, and
Give them a shout out.
shout out to the All family. Yeah.
What did you say? The
All family. That's my last name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? Like, when I first came here, because Korean surname, there's like O-H.
Yeah.
And then when
Oh,
I
yeah.
first got here on orientation, the guy said to me, like, are you Korean? And I was like, no. And then he's like, oh, I thought your parents spelled your name wrong, your last name wrong. I thought it's supposed to be O-H, not O-R. Yeah.
Wait, what?
They thought that my family spelled my last
Bro, that's really offensive.
No, but it is common that some people do spell
Yeah.
like when they do that transition where they come from another country and you have to write
Yeah.
your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They spell it wrong?
My parents didn't spell it wrong, but
Oh,
I'm just
a
saying.
lot of people do that? They spell it
Yeah.
wrong?
How do you not
I
know?
think it can.
Oh.
Like
Can
look at like
become-
my last name. Like that's technically wrong. Like Lee, like that's not a Korean last name. That's like a white last name,
Yeah, like Robert
Lee. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like but it should be actually spelled as Y-I, right?
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, a lot. Some of my friends do that. So they
Even
do
your
Lee.
last name is spelled wrong. Like it
It's
should
supposed to be G-I-M, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Gim or Gim.
Yeah. Gim.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
G-E-E-M. I wonder if there's a Korean guy with the last name G-E-E-M.
It's okay.
That's all
Don't
goodies.
ever do that again.
Throw that phone out of here. Yeah, when I first saw Crystal, I thought you were like Korean. Do you get that a lot?
Yes, I do. I get that so much. I'm kind of used to it now. Like everyone just assumes I'm Korean, and which forces me to have to speak it as well. Yeah. So actually, when I first came, like it was tough for me because sometimes when I don't understand, people get angry that I don't understand because they just assume that I'm Korean. But I'm like, yeah, they don't know that because they're just like, yeah.
Was this back like when you were in Melbourne too? Like this
Even
is
in
always the
Melbourne,
case.
like when I went to the club, there was most of the time Korean guys would come and like hit on me because they think I'm Korean and they'll talk to me in Korean and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I came to Korea, it really confirmed that I look Korean.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Juked us all out.
Everyone just took you in as their own.
Yeah. Even like
Oh,
my
yeah.
students thought I was like Korean American or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Interesting.
do you have any siblings?
Yeah. I have an older brother and 2 younger sisters.
Do they get the same thing too? Or like
I don't think so. Not
Oh.
so much. And I think that my brother and sisters, I think we all don't look alike.
that's what you think?
That's what I
But
think.
Everyone
That's
says
what
that about me too. And my sister, they're like, "Oh, you guys look the same." I'm like, "No, we don't." But everyone says that we look
guys-
identical.
No,
I
you
think
guys kind of do.
look the same. You really do.
You guys kind of do.
Shut up.
I've seen your sister before at church. Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have.
You see my sister now
Yeah.
on the keyboard?
Yeah, on the keyboard. I recognize her because I was
Oh.
like, she looks like Joe.
Oh, shit.
God.
I'm so sorry to
Who's
say
it more
that.
offensive to me or her? She's like, sorry, Joanne. Oh God, that's so offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
face any like discrimination here in Korea? Because like some like gyopos, like Korean Americans, they face discrimination here.
Do they?
Yeah. Like myself.
Like, what do you mean?
Um,
Just like because you don't act like them.
Yeah,
that kind
like
of style.
yeah, I'm not like following their system.
Yeah.
And like they expect like me to, you know,
To be like this.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But because I'm not part of I don't
Their
have
tribe.
Yeah, their tribe. I'm just
Yeah.
like
yeah.
I'm kind of like the outsider.
Wait,
No, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think
No?
I've gotten that.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone's been really nice to me, actually. Yeah.
I think it's also because you're a girl.
Maybe.
It does. Yeah, it does have to
Mm.
do with that too. It's
But you know what I'm saying, though,
Yeah, I know
right?
what you're saying. Yeah. If,
Did-
for example, like if you don't do, you know, people who can't speak Korean at all, but they're like Korean Americans,
Mhm.
or they would get a lot of shit.
Yeah, they do.
Like they get discriminated against a lot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're Korean.
Like they don't understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like,
why do you not?
It's like,
speak
no, I
Yeah.
was born and raised in America. Like, no, you're still.
You're
still
in
freaking
Korea. You have
Korean.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Wait,
get
but
that.
you're Chinese, Vietnamese.
I'm Chinese Vietnamese.
So
Yeah,
your
so-
father was
So my brother, but my brother, what the hell?
your brother.
My dad is like, my dad was born in Vietnam, but he actually grew up in Hong Kong. He spent most of, he's actually Chinese, but lived in Vietnam. And then after the war, he moved to Hong Kong and like.
Wait, what
lived
war?
there. The Vietnam War.
Oh,
Yeah, so my dad was actually a soldier in the war. And then he
in the Vietnam
in the
War,
Vietnam
he was
War.
a soldier in the
yeah, like they had recruited everyone. Everyone had to. Like it was a law. If you're a man, you're over I think 18, you have to join the army.
So he fought the Americans.
He fought with the He was with the Americans.
With the Americans
yeah, he's from
against-
the south
oh.
against the north and China. I think China helped north. Yeah.
Your dad?
Yeah.
That is
Holy
super
shit.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
OG.
know. So I really,
That's not that long ago then. Yeah.
It's so cool. And like it's really cool because he still has like some of the stuff that he used in the army as well. Like he still has it at home, like his blanket and everything. And he's still got like photographs of him in the what's it called?
the uniform?
The uniform. Yeah.
He's got like his helmet and gear and everything too.
Yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, so he's really fortunate that he was able to escape and then
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. So like
because the South lost, right? And
Yeah.
so he was able to escape before like the whole
so
thing happened.
so
yeah.
like he did he like kill people and stuff?
I think he told me that
Is
he
that
like
okay to ask?
I think he told me that
Probably did.
he
Yeah.
threw like bombs and stuff. Like that was
Oh.
what he had to do.
He was
Yeah.
a bomb thrower.
Like I don't know.
He must have a really good arm.
It sounds so silly, I know, and
No,
I feel
yeah,
really
it's-
bad that I
it's
don't know
really
much about
dangerous.
this.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Does he not want to talk about it? It's not like PTSD.
No.
or anything? Oh, okay.
But I think it's something that's really ingrained into his memory, and so
Oh.
I heard,
yeah. But he's
I heard
he's a strong
Koreans, a lot of Korean soldiers slaughtered Vietnamese.
Yes.
Korean
people.
soldiers.
Yeah, Vietnamese citizens. They're not even like soldiers.
You mean like in the Vietnam
when
War,
was
right?
it?
I mean,
Yes.
not citizens. Like people who aren't like soldiers. Yeah, during the war.
Yeah,
Right?
like yeah. There's like they call it like the Korean atrocities. I kind of looked it up right now too. But yeah, no. Actually, it's a big thing. It's a big deal,
Right?
Yeah, because that's like how there's like a good population of Vietnamese people in Korea from that time. I think they like brought over a lot of Vietnamese people.
Oh, I see.
But they used to slaughter like a lot of South Koreans. They slaughtered like Vietnamese people.
Yeah,
during
yeah.
the war.
So actually, that's why I think there's a lot of Vietnamese people who aren't like they're still like sour about that.
No, really.
Really?
There's
Yeah.
beef. Yeah, there's beef like about that too. Yeah, like
But
so.
it's funny because so many Vietnamese people want to come and live in Korea, though.
But nowadays, I mean, you know,
Oh yeah, I guess
different
nowadays it's different.
generation.
Yeah.
but like,
But
that-
the older
yeah.
folks probably they're like still.
Yeah, hell yeah, you should ask
I
your
didn't
dad.
know about
Yeah.
this. Wow.
So like, people are like, oh, well, why do you talk shit about Japan? Or, like
Yeah.
meaning South Koreans when look
Yeah.
what you did to like the Vietnamese people back in the day.
yeah. Oh, wow.
So there was that, you know,
Yeah.
the atrocities. But like,
Yeah, it was a lot of people, right?
It was they just like killed. I don't know how many would that
I mean, they're just people. They're not like soldiers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they had a name for them too. They had like some really bad like names.
And so I
calling
think
and
the
stuff.
Koreans sent their soldiers to Vietnam for like a better relationship with
Yeah.
the U.S. So that's why they were like part of that. Like,
And the South, I'm reading like this news here from the Los Angeles Times.
wow, look at you.
The South
And the
Korean
sources.
government, they still don't acknowledge that any civilian massacres took place.
Wait, really?
Wow.
Holy shit. This is some like...
This is some dark shit. But no one really talks about it. You know, we only talk about like Japan, so it's like
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's
you
an
learned
interesting
something
thing.
new, didn't you?
There you go. There we go. So your mom is Vietnam. Your mom is Chinese then, or
No, my mom.
Oh.
So my dad's Chinese but lived in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, was born in Vietnam. And my mom, she's Vietnamese. Yeah, yeah. And so they actually met in Australia.
so like how did they
Because my
meet?
dad was so my dad was from Hong Kong, and then he came down to Melbourne for a holiday, and then my mom was a refugee in Melbourne, and
she ran away.
because after the war,
After the war?
so they all just like went on boats
Scattered?
and scattered, a
I
lot
see.
went to America, like Canada, and UK, and then so mum and her brothers came to Melbourne, and so they settled in and stuff, and then that's how they met, in Melbourne.
They just met.
Wow.
They just met, and then dad was only here temporarily, and so after they met, like dad had an interest in her, and then they had an interest in each other, and then they started like writing letters like the old school way. Yeah,
Wow.
so cute.
So like when you were growing up, what language did you speak at home then?
I spoke Cantonese at home only because my mum's Cantonese isn't that great actually, but she picked it up like just from because my dad
With your
owns
dad.
my dad owns a hair salon. And so a lot of their customers were Chinese speaking, and so mum would like practice. And,
I see.
yeah, and then she got better at it. Yeah.
And then
But-
now you're here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
the miracle of life.
it's a circle of life. Okay, that was terrible.
All right, so you were born in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then raised there. So how was it like growing up there, like as a child?
Oh, well, I grew up in, because my parents were poor, and so we lived in the housing commissions. And so it was kind of like this kind of room with like 4 of us. So my mum, dad, my brother, and I.
What are
And
you saying about my place here?
it's so beautiful.
shabby place.
No, I'm just saying like
Shack.
like
This is the kind of
it's
shack
think
we
of it
lived
like
in.
a really tall like flat, and it's and then it's just like 2 rooms or like, and then one of the rooms was taken up by our hair salon, and so so we basically it was small, and so we lived really simple, I guess. My parents were always busy working, and so it was just my brother and I like mucking around, and and we had babysitters to take care of us as well. And then downstairs there was like a music school, so we'd go down there and learn music and stuff after school.
Oh, I see. And did you face any
That's awesome.
discrimination being Asian in Australia? I heard it's pretty bad over there. This is just the word of mouth. I don't know.
Like as soon as I came to Korea, I felt like a lot of people kept telling me that
Because-
they're like,
yeah.
racism is so bad in Australia.
Is
I'm
it like
I heard. That's what I heard too.
okay, like
Yeah.
you heard?
well, because when I grew up in the housing commissions, I grew up with a lot of Vietnamese people. But when I moved away from that area, I moved to Preston. Suburbs, sorry.
Preston?
Who?
Oh, okay. The
Is that like
suburbs?
a-
Suburbs, yeah.
Suburbs of
Suburbs,
Melbourne.
and then I moved schools and everything, and that's when I started receiving, like I'd be walking on the street and I'd get like ching chong, konnichiwa, and like
Like, who
Get
are these
out of my
people?
country,
They're
that
like
kind of stuff.
teenagers. They're teenagers
They're
who are
just like
doing
people
that.
my age at that time. So like
What were you?
primary school kids.
Oh,
Or like
whoa.
even high school people as well. And even like on the train, I've received like racist comments.
What on the train? Like what?
Just like bogans are like,
You remember?
Oh yeah. I remember Bogan. From,
Yeah, Bogan. Yeah.
yeah.
Such
It
an
just
awesome word.
means like a hillbilly, right? Like
Right.
a hick. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just, I don't even know what they say. They just like, they'll just be yelling shit. And yeah.
So you just be like
Get me
sitting
Chinese
down.
food. No,
Not even-
I just ignore it. I just learned to ignore it. Like I didn't even. I'm like whatevs. Yeah.
All right. So like
But-
growing up there, like, were you the only like Asian person in your school, or were there?
No, there was like, I think there were like, including me, I think there were like 4 Asians in my class.
How many kids in total?
Oh, like 30
Oh,
in one
okay.
class. Yeah. So like 4. So, and it's funny because I like, most of the time I would hang out with like the white kids. Yeah. But then until I got into high school, my brother warned me. My brother was like, hey, when you get into high school, like, don't hang out with Asians. Like, stay with the Anglo-Saxons. And then,
Why?
and then it didn't turn out
Anglo-Saxons.
like that. I would like have such a huge Asian group of friends in
Why?
high school.
Why did you say that?
Have you guys heard of the word TB, like teeny bopper?
What?
I'm sorry. What?
What'd you just say?
TB, teeny bopper.
No.
So it's like,
What the fuck was that? Sorry.
No, your response. What did you just fucking say to me?
really?
No, I
Okay.
don't know.
I've heard this word, but what? Can you explain it? What is it?
Okay, so it's like a term you would describe like a teenager, and they're very. Can you look it up?
Like
Yeah, sure, I'll look it
like
up.
a rebellious teenager, a
They've
delinquent.
kind of got this style.
T-
They've
T-
kind of got this type of
Oh,
style,
bobbers?
and like.
How do you spell
How
it?
do you
T-
spell
T. Oh my god. T-double-E.
T-double-E.
TD
and
bobbers?
Teeny.
Oh, teeny bobbers.
Teeny like your D.
Ooh,
Teeny
boobers.
Bob in your
I
head.
spelled teeny boobers. Sorry, teeny bobber.
Yeah.
Oh.
The term may
hello.
have been coined by marketing professionals and psychologists.
No, go to Urban Dictionary.
Yeah,
Urban
this is
Dictionary
like
is
boring. Boo hoo. So I'll read it. Stupid girls of ages 10 to 14.
Stupid girls, it actually says that?
Yep.
Wow.
Who squeal and giggle so much that Satan is willing to drag them back to hell? Jeez.
Oh, you're on fucking
No.
Urban Dictionary.
Oh.
You're on Urban Dictionary.
They brag
Okay,
about.
something-
Yeah, is this right? Is this right? It's okay, this is not it.
This
Oh.
is like some random shit.
Oh,
people.
God. Okay.
They kind of like
Like
they've got
Mean
this kind of
Girls?
stuff. Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
yeah, kind
okay.
of like that.
Like
but
Mean
like,
Girls of Lindsay Lohan. and
yeah, but they also like,
they're like the popular girls, and they like kind of like, huh, look at you, you're Asian.
yeah, kind
Look
of.
at me, I'm a
Kind of like
cheerleader.
that, and
Can you stop
like,
using that for
really into trends as well, and
Oh, right. Like, you're not cool. Like,
kind
you're
of
cool.
stuff. It's really hard to like. I can only picture it, the image, but it's really hard to.
Okay, so your brother, he warned you of what? Like he said, be with the white folks. Why? Like
It's funny.
team up with the white
I
folks.
have
Why?
no idea.
Because they're cool? They're like, it's considered cool? Or?
I think
He doesn't want you to be like isolated and like people pointing the finger at you because you're like hanging out with the Asians, working on your
I
math
don't know,
homework.
because actually when I remember when he said that, like when I got into high school year 7, I was like, okay, gonna make friends with white friends. And then my dad was like, oh, hang out with smart people too.
What?
And then I was like,
Oh.
but anyway, I like at first the first semester I was like with I was actually hanging out with my primary school friends, but then yeah, sooner or later it just happened.
You just do that, huh? It
Yeah.
happens like that.
It's so natural
Yeah.
that you just like stick with people that you think that you
belong with? Yeah, I know what you
belong
mean.
with, yeah.
Gets clicky from high
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
I think it's because like you kind of like you assume that they have a similar background as you too. Like you have a similar like family
Yeah,
values and
yeah.
stuff, and you're like,
Right.
oh, they understand
Yeah.
if I talk about this, they'll understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You relate to each other more.
Yeah, exactly. And so like my friends, my high school friends were all like Chinese or Vietnamese. Yeah.
There were no Koreans?
There were actually not many Koreans.
Oh.
Like yeah, in Melbourne. But now there are, because a lot of them are going to like working
Like
holiday.
abroad and-
working holiday and like studying and stuff. But yeah, even Japanese. Like I think Japanese people are more in like Queensland or Brisbane. Koreans are more in Sydney, I feel. And Melbourne, a lot of Chinese and Vietnamese people. Yeah.
It's weird how it's like that. Yeah, Koreans
Yeah.
only go to Sydney. That's how the only place I know in Australia.
Sydney.
Well, now it's Melbourne too, but it's Sydney.
Yeah.
All the Koreans go there.
There's like
Why is that? I don't know why.
There's
I
a big
don't know.
Asian
Like-
population in Sydney, right?
Yeah, there's even like a place, I think Strathfield, they call it like K-Town kind of style, like a lot of Koreans.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And like, where'd you say you're from? Preston? Was
I
it
live-
Oh,
Preston?
you moved there, right?
Yeah, I moved to Preston,
Oh, okay.
which is like the suburbs of Melbourne.
Okay. Did you see any like kangaroos on the streets?
On the streets?
Yeah.
No.
No, Yeah, not in your like backyard or
No.
something. Like you'll pop out of the bush time to time.
I live
Holy shit!
behind my house is actually like just a field of grass.
Oh,
And
that's
there's a
awesome.
river,
It's
and
beautiful.
apparently the Olympics used to be held there like once upon a time.
In your backyard?
Yeah, like before.
Oh,
yeah, which is
that's awesome.
pretty cool, I guess.
Wait, what? The Olympics were held in your
like
backyard?
a long time ago.
That's badass.
And yeah, so we have like a few ovals and everything. But
Okay.
but still not. I don't really, because I think houses built so fast and everything, so all the kangaroos moved away. But if you keep going further down, like further away from the city, you'll definitely see kangaroos just
So how
on
far
the
do you?
road or like hopping along. Yeah.
How far do you have to drive to see your first kangaroo? Like from your place?
From my place?
Yeah, like let's say we go like south.
I
like
would
you
say
drive.
15-20 minutes drive.
Holy shit!
Yeah, 15 to
That's
20
not
minutes.
nothing.
far at
Yeah.
all.
And I actually know a few areas that I could like drive to, and I'll definitely 100% I'll see kangaroos there.
So I gotta
Yeah.
ask because we had we had Kathy as our guest on episode 7,
Yeah.
and she was talking about how people like run over kangaroos with the bumper, they specially made
Oh my gosh.
They have
bumpers.
a kangaroo bumper.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
so you can fuck them up. Like so, do you,
look at
Sounds so
them.
terrible.
so
Oh
how
my
many?
gosh.
What's the head count here? How many kangaroos did you
Head
fuck
count.
up?
Jesus.
Okay,
1, 2.
I haven't hit
Oh.
any kangaroos before in my life.
Oh,
But
weak.
I have, you know, honestly,
Wow,
I even
you
think
must
about it
like-
sometimes when I'm driving in the countryside. I'm like, I don't know what I would do if I was to hit a kangaroo. Like,
Oh.
I would have, like, I'd be so heartbroken. I think
Oh.
I'd be so heartbroken.
yeah, you're supposed to accelerate. That's what Kathy said.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
supposed to hit them because you can't really like slow down.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
you-
people
It's safer-
say.
it's safer for you
exactly.
to just, like,
it is
floor
safer
that
for you
bitch.
to just hit it, and
Yeah.
it's sad. And even wombats as well. Like sometimes you do see wombats on the side of the road or wallabies.
Fuck, man. Oh, dude.
It's so sad. Like
No.
I drove from Melbourne to Sydney, and like you could actually count how many dead kangaroos and dead wombats were on the
Holy-
road.
Oh my god,
It's so
dude.
sad, yeah. But they've
Oh.
got like there are signs that says like, you know, call this number if you see a dead animal. Or, yeah.
Wait,
So they
on
could
the
pick-
road. Yeah,
So they
Pick it up.
actually come and pick it up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
It's so sad, I
fucking hate
know.
roadkill. It's so disgusting.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I hate running over skunks. They're the worst.
Oh,
Oh,
that
your
happens.
tire?
So
That's
Oh.
the worst. Like their asshole.
Oh.
Like what's that? What's it called? Their
I really
little-
want to see a skunk.
Stench? Oh.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
want to see one.
that-
Oh, you never seen a
I've
skunk?
never seen
What?
one
They're
before.
slow as hell.
Oh,
I think they're
There's
so
no skunks?
No,
cute.
they're not cute. They're not
I
cute.
think they're
No,
so
no,
cute
no.
with
skunks
their
there?
tail, the black and white tail.
It's fucking disgusting. I hate all
so
animals.
can you tell me like what
that-
do they smell like? They're like
It's
tell
It's
me.
rancid,
Like, can you
like-
compare it?
yeah.
oh,
I can compare it.
yeah. Well,
It's like
to what?
burning a tire.
That's not that bad, is
No,
it?
no, no. Burning rubber. Okay. You know when you
Burning
like
rubber?
step on the brakes,
Oh,
right?
okay.
And then that.
It's like a burning.
Yeah, but it's not. It's more like it. It's very strong.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
like
pungent.
that. It smells like poop or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
oh, it smells like shit. No, it's
Yeah.
it's more like, oh, that stings my nose.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and also if you get sprayed in the face,
Yeah.
you can't see.
Is it green?
No,
Is
it's
that a
not green.
stupid
Did you
question?
get sprayed in the face or something?
No,
Why-
my
why
friend
would-
did. My friend was mowing his lawn.
Did he
and
like
a
peek at his
my
asshole? Like, why would
gosh.
he?
The skunk was in the bushes and he was mowing his lawn, like, right? And he didn't even see the skunk, but it had like it flipped its tail and went psh, sprayed him while he was mowing, because like he was trying to mow like the edges of
But
the
wouldn't
bush.
it spray on his
Hilarious.
leg?
Yeah, so like it didn't spray on his face, but
Oh,
it sprayed
okay,
like
yeah, yeah.
it got in his face. So
How
his
did
whole
it-
body.
How did it get on his face when skunks like
The
all
thing
the way
is,
down
the
there?
thing is this, right? If it sprays you, it's not like a water spray like in your arm.
Yeah.
It kind of sprays
Ew,
your
why
whole
would you
body.
do that?
So one little butthole goes.
Yeah, and dude, you get sprayed. The smell, you have to burn your clothes. I'm serious. You can't.
God.
Your whole body.
You're donezo, pretty
Wow.
much.
Yeah, if you get sprayed in the eyes directly, you probably will
Your
get.
kids
you
will
probably
smell
get
like
blind.
shit.
Oh, they all just come out smelling like skunks.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
but
watch out for
skunks
those
are-
bad
Skunks
boys.
are disgusting, man. They're not cool.
So you see skunks everywhere, basically. Yeah.
I
like
wouldn't
on
say
trees,
everywhere, but like once in a while, you would
like
smell
around
that
trees.
shit.
Around trees.
Do you
you'll
know what
find
there
them.
are a lot of? I think there are a lot of deer in New Jersey and also possums, man.
Oh
the
yeah, we
fuck?
got a lot
We
of
don't have
possums as
possums?
well.
Yeah, we fucking have possums.
We have possums?
Yeah, possums
Where do you-
are disgusting, dog.
Wait,
Oh.
possum like they're hanging on the.
No. Possum like
what's a
those
possum?
like those white like
Oh,
little critter type
yeah.
of like.
You've
crawl
seen
around.
them?
Dude,
You've never seen one?
everywhere, man. Dude, possums are
Yeah.
disgusting.
Are they?
I get creeped out when I see. I saw.
Dude,
okay,
you
one
hate
time
animals.
I have this trauma.
No
in
wonder
my
you ate
freaking-
dog.
I was like, it's a dog. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so much hate.
Oh my god, you're like wearing
that
its
kangaroo meat.
you're like wearing its collar while you're eating it. Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, so I was walking home from school
Yeah.
when I was like in high school, right?
Yeah.
And it's like dark, late at night. I think I was hanging out with some friends. I was going home, and when you're like in America where it's the houses, if you go near the garage, the
Yeah.
lights turn on.
Yeah.
So I was just walking, and then I got a little bit close to a house. And it was like dark.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the garage light turned on, and I see this freaking possum.
And the
dude.
lights, the eyes.
The eyes are
like,
red,
Yeah.
and it
that's- yeah,
looked
yeah.
at me. It was like, this is fucking. It was
Can you
just
see that face again?
Oh my god,
Like, I can't-
guys, tune into YouTube and watch the video
God.
version.
dude. I froze. I couldn't stop looking at it, and we just looked at each other.
Dude, you look terrified.
Yeah,
like
I'm
to the
it was
bone.
So
Think about it,
scary to
possum
me.
is so little and you're so big.
No, but it was so
So you really hate
I
animals.
fucking hate possums.
No, but you hate animals.
No, I like animals.
Like-
I like kangaroos. They're cool, but like dogs are awesome.
Well,
Cats are
obviously
cool.
you love dogs. You shit one out.
Ugh. No, but possums are freaking gross. And also, I was driving in Jersey, and this guy hit a possum in front of me, right?
Oh.
But I saw the car go up. Like, doom.
Oh,
You're like, oh shit, he hit
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I'm the one who sees
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
So it's like
It's like fucking moving like this,
flailing
like, it
its
was like,
arms.
Oh,
That is
Jesus,
so sad.
that was
Christ.
so
Oh my
traumatic
gosh.
to me, man.
And
Oh
what
my
did
God.
you do? Did you go?
I ran over it.
Wait, you saw the guy running over
yo,
it?
You saw
Listen.
it going
So you're like,
fast, and then
okay.
you're just like, I'm just gonna.
Bro, yeah, I had to, because it was in pain.
You had to.
It was in pain. Yo,
It was in pain?
Look, it was not
You're
dead.
terrible.
It was like kind of like this, and
Oh
I don't
my
know.
Gosh, that is so
like,
sad.
I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna end it for him. Dude, this is really bad.
Did you stop your car or to like check it out?
No, hell no.
You just-
Oh, no, it's a possum. I'm not gonna be like,
Okay,
"Here, let me
okay,
check
okay,
it out."
Wow.
okay. When you like
Oh.
went over it, were you like, did you like,
I was like,
were you
"Ah!"
accelerating?
Yeah, I had music on too. It was like rock music. Like, I was like, I was like really
Like an
like,
angry-
yeah, I was
angry
like fucking
Joe.
angry
Sounds
too.
psychotic right now.
So I ran that bitch
Dude,
over.
have some
my
dignity and at least look at the possum's eyes before you kill it.
Dude, I already had.
Don't
man.
don't be like that, man. Don't be a
Oh.
coward and hide in your car and
I was
just.
like, oh.
Yeah.
Yo,
But anyways-
I could always hear possums on my roof when I sleep. and
Oh,
I can hear them
shit.
like crawling
Oh.
on my roof. Yeah, and yeah, you can hear those
Oh.
fingernails.
Oh,
like
no, thank you. That is
Yeah.
disgusting.
Ew. But so what'd you say? How far does it take from Melbourne to Sydney driving?
I think 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8
6 to 8
hours.
hours.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
yeah, 6 to 8 hours. I kind of don't remember. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you go hunting on your
No.
weekends? No.
No, I'm
She might be a hunter.
I'm not like Keith.
Yeah, it's just like running around with a machete. There's those
No,
kangaroos.
I'm like a city girl. Yeah.
Is it generally like, is Melbourne is there a lot of land? Meaning like,
Australia itself has a lot of land, but most
Yeah.
of the land is desert. Yeah. So
Do you have
that's my
any
stomach. Did you
business?
hear that?
Do you have any business like going there? Do people go to the desert to just?
Why did my stomach just growl like that?
So those of you,
silent.
when
and
you
it was like-
paused, yeah.
those of
sorry
you who
about
are
that.
who are listening, Joe's stomach
Why
just
am I-
sang a song to us.
so beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
You hungry, boy?
Oh, I guess I didn't eat anything today, but yeah.
Yeah, we have some snacks here, so we'll
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
indulge
Yep.
in that.
Crystal bought some snacks
Yeah.
for us.
So
this? What do we got here?
All right,
Vegemite.
New Yorker.
yes, good job.
Vegemite.
What?
Vegemite. See
Got
that
some
shit?
Vegemite. Yeah.
Proudly made in Australia. Let's
It is.
smell.
Spell it.
It's very strong. What is
Apparently,
this?
it's good for you. It has
Oh,
like a lot
really?
of
Why
B2
is that good for you?
vitamin B.
It looks like
vitamin B.
dark.
Oh,
very.
wow.
It looks like Nutella.
I mean, you
But
already know what
really
it smells
dark
like.
Yeah.
You want to smell it? Okay.
You know, it's
Oh,
funny
wow.
because like in
It's like-
Melbourne, I never really ate that much.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I came to Korea, I don't know, just like really miss Australian food. And yeah,
I
so my
know, yeah.
friend got me this and I was like, yeah. And I've been
Is
eating.
this actually good, or like you're trying to like hold in your? puke?
It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't understand how people can eat that by itself though. Like I can't do that. But
So you eat
you
it
can eat this
before.
with anything. You can eat it with
So it's like
like
sriracha.
Banana?
this on toast with sriracha sauce.
No. I mean, like, I love sriracha sauce.
Oh, okay.
That was random.
Actually, I met this Aussie guy when I was hiking, and he was so like enthusiastic about, so passionate about Vegemite, and he was like going on about like
Why?
Vegemite with cheese, Vegemite with avocado, Vegemite with egg, Vegemite with salmon, Vegemite with tuna. I was like,
He definitely
whoa,
uses
he's
that
really passionate.
as a lubricant. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm just excusing.
No, but I think it's just good. Like
ratchet guy.
Like actually, Vegemite and Avo is pretty good. Vegemite and cheese is pretty good. And
What do you mean,
but-
Vegemite and cheese?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh,
Like the sliced cheese. No, it's so good.
What,
actually,
is it-
and so you guys should definitely try it with like these crackers.
thanks
Okay,
for bringing this in.
So
No worries. I let my grade sixes try this as well because we're learning about taste. And then
Aw.
some of them like 2 out of 8 kids really liked it. They were like, "Can we have more?"
2
Miss
out of 8.
Crystal?"
Not bad.
And the rest was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it sour? It smells sour.
Just try it and
Okay.
see how you go.
Just shut up and
but
try it.
shut the fuck up and
People,
All right.
some people
get this
say,
going, buddy.
Some people say it's kind of like doenjang.
Oh, so
It's like-
explain to the people.
Oh,
brother.
it tastes like
It's like fermented.
fermented bean paste.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
some
Joe has a
people-
thing for
I
beans.
love that bean.
It is good for you. So B1, B2, B3, and it has folate in it. So
There you
it's
go,
good
guys.
for brain function.
So get yourself
supports
some.
the nervous system, and it's good for energy release.
Wow, you sound like you're like airing a commercial right now.
Vegemite.
You sold me. Vegemites.
Vegemite.
All right. Oh my gosh, I can smell it. Okay.
Yeah, it smells very.
It's
I'm gonna-
very
I'm gonna serve
pungent.
you guys.
Oh
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, look at your fingernails. I thought it was dirt, but it's
What?
actually on the tips of
Oh
it.
my
On the
gosh.
tip of it, it's
It's,
blue.
Kind of, yeah. I got a.
Is that a new
I got
style?
like French nails, but like it's
French
kinda,
nails.
It's old, so it's
Wow. So for those of you, we are putting the lovely
Ta-da!
Vegemite
Not for me.
on
Good job. Wow.
No.
So what does
On-
it taste like, Brian?
on cracker.
It's pretty bad. It just tastes bad.
Salty? Salty?
Dude, I like it.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
I
Why
like
would
it.
you lie?
Nice.
Why are
Ooh.
you lying?
You're,
Ooh, I like it.
You're
No, you
Australian.
don't.
I like it.
Why?
Australian.
Why? You don't like it? Why? Why are you being weird?
I like it. It's
Really?
salty. I like the saltiness. I like salty foods.
Yeah, it is.
Then
quite
eat it
salty.
right now. Eat it straight up.
No, not straight up.
No. I wouldn't do
goodness.
that. It is. My dad says that he doesn't understand why people eat this, and dad's like,
Oh, I
why don't you
get
just put soy sauce? Just eat
Oh,
soy
I get
sauce.
it.
And I was
It's
like,
salty.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's what it is. It tastes like soy sauce.
It does taste
It
like soy
doesn't
sauce.
taste like soy sauce.
In a
I'd
paste
rather,
form.
Yeah, it kind of has that salty.
Yeah, it's quite salty. Yeah. Okay, and I've also
All right. Next.
Tim Tams. Now,
Ooh, Tim
I thought you
Tams.
couldn't buy this in
Let me show the
Korea.
peoples first.
I thought you couldn't buy it in Korea, but you can actually buy
Aren't
it.
it?
But
Where?
it's so
Tim Tam.
expensive.
How much is it?
It's like 7,000 won in Emart. That's like
It's like
equivalent to
$7,
that is
$7 USD.
ridiculously expensive.
What's that in Aussie dollars?
Huh? What is that in Aussie dollars?
Yeah,
Like
7,000 won.
It's like $8,
Oh, so
$8?
oh.
which is ridiculous. Like you
It's
can
like a
buy
rectangular
this for like
chocolate.
$2.50.
Here, have some, brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh no.
What?
I want you to drink it with milk. Okay, I'm gonna show you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No.
I just literally
Because Crystal's so
took
nice.
that chocolate bar out of my mouth because
Yeah, you just,
she.
Too
like,
fast, Brian. Too
slobber all
fast.
over it.
Okay, slow down. All right, this is the proper way of
Holy
eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim
All right.
Tams.
All right.
Okay, so we got mugs.
shake the
we got
milk.
some milk.
Shake it, shake it.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah.
What
is that?
Was
good
that?
song.
Did you guys know that commercial?
No.
Oh, okay.
God, you like
know-
commercials. You're good at airing
Yeah.
commercials, aren't you?
So
All right.
milk.
Yo, be
Okay,
careful
so
my computer, please.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yo, I'm
stop,
scared.
stop,
Yo,
stop.
stop shaking.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
you-
right. You know, I'm gonna let you do this. Drink.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys because we only got 2 mugs. Okay.
If I drink too much
Okay.
milk, I'm literally
Let's
gonna
see-
shit on
okay.
the show.
Are you lactose intolerant?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Just drink.
Oh,
oh my
there's-
gosh.
there'll be
And you pour
Vegemite all
yourself, like,
over
a
you.
Full mug,
Oh.
like
Oh yeah.
what? Okay, this is how you do it. Okay,
Yeah,
it
yeah, go
tastes
ahead.
amazing. So first, you take 1 bite of the top part and 1 bite of the bottom part.
Uh huh.
Okay,
What the hell?
and then
I like it.
That's
and
good.
then
Very
the bottom
crunchy,
part.
chocolatey.
Not too much though, just a little bit. Wow, I haven't had Tim Tam for a long time. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
God, this is so good, man.
Wow.
So what's the point of
Anyway,
biting the
okay.
top part and the bottom part?
It becomes a straw, and then you put the Tim Tam in, but hold it, and then you sip it up, sip up the milk, so the milk goes through the Tim Tam. Bon
Wait,
appetit.
Wow.
But there's-
It's a straw now.
Yeah.
It's a straw. We just made it a straw.
There's no
'cause
hole.
We bit the bottom part and then that's what she said.
You're so stupid. That's what she said.
Okay, go on, do it. So
So dumb.
yeah,
Oh.
You're doing it right, Brian.
Okay, so do
Okay,
it like this.
So dip the bottom part into the milk, and then sip it up.
It's not enough milk.
Let me give you.
Can I get more milk? I'm like burying my nose into the mug here. Thank you,
Yo,
Crystal.
this is so cool. So it's called,
wow.
what is it called?
Okay.
Tim Tam?
Tim Tam.
Tim Tams.
Oh no! I dropped it.
Oh my god,
I'm
you
such
suck,
an
dude.
idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
give up
whatever.
life.
Can I get that knife? Just
No,
give up.
you ruined it. Have another
Oh
one.
no! Hold on. Let me.
Okay, I guess you
Yeah.
can do that. How is it, Brian?
Yo, it's good.
Oh my gosh, and it melts. It melts in your mouth, right? Like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's good.
Wow. That's
Yo,
really good.
It's good.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It is so good.
So you use it as a straw?
Are you going to
Sorry.
puberty?
Sorry.
First my stomach growls, and now you're going to puberty.
It is that good, right?
Yeah, it's so good. My voice cracked.
It's really good, man. It tastes like Tic Tac. Oh, what is that?
Tic Tac?
No, Tic Tac Toe.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. Oh my dude! I said Tic Tac Toe. Oh my
Like the game?
god! People are gonna be. You are an idiot. Hey, have you ever tried Tic Tac Toe 3 in a row? That
Okay.
tastes really good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So can you talk about some other like delicious dishes in
Oh god,
Australia?
I'm hungry now.
Like, what do you guys eat? Is it the same as like the American diet?
I'm gonna drink some
like
milk. Yeah.
Yeah,
hamburgers.
go for it. I think we're pretty proud of our steak.
Kangaroo steak.
Oh, we do have kangaroo steak.
How is
Kangaroo
it?
steak is really good, actually.
Really?
It's really healthy as well.
It must be lean.
Yeah,
it's
right?
really lean.
Oh
It's
god,
real-
I want that.
Yeah, but it's
Is it expensive?
It's expensive. Yeah, you can buy it in like the grocery store as well, like just like a steak, and then just cook it at home.
Is there literally like a kangaroo farm? They just like it's
Oh
a
my gosh!
huge like
if there
slaughterhouse.
is, I think so many people would be against that.
Like kangaroo factories?
Yeah, I think a
there
lot
would
of
be,
people,
right?
Yeah, oh god, that's terrible.
Right. I mean, how else? Like they gotta
Yeah.
keep them
just
somewhere.
like pigs
Oh
and
my gosh, I
chickens,
didn't
right?
even want to think about it.
They're like all
That
like
is so sad.
in their stalls and they're just jumping up and down, hitting their head like on the ceiling.
Ah, don't talk about it. I don't wanna, no. I don't want to talk about this. I swear.
All right,
Jesus
let's
Christ.
stop, let's stop,
That's
yeah.
so sad.
I know, seriously, fuck.
That is
fuck.
so
Oh
sad.
god, that's really
But
Yo, search
like
it up.
even
Kangaroo farms. Search it up.
oh
Google-
god.
Google
Oh my
All right,
gosh,
so
okay.
I'm gonna do this right now.
but anyway, like we're also known for because we have a lot of land, so we have a lot of cows
Mm-hmm.
and sheep as well, and so even like Korea imports beef from Australia.
That's right.
Yeah, so yeah, I think our steak's pretty good.
So the kangaroo steak is it like how? Like what do you usually eat it with? Like
Just like this, just like how you would eat a steak, like
okay, like mashed potatoes.
yeah, or like
some greens
peas
in there.
and yeah.
There are no kangaroo meat farms in
Thank
Australia. All
goodness.
kangaroo meat is harvested from wild animals.
Okay.
So I guess they literally you have to go out into the wild and hunt them. That's why
Yeah.
they're really expensive.
Yeah.
So because there's no farms.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't buy kangaroo meat everywhere in
Yeah,
like all
probably not,
restaurants.
right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Only
see.
some restaurants have it.
Oh.
Does it taste like beef? Like is it more chewy,
Yeah, it's pretty.
sinewy?
It is quite similar to beef.
Oh, really?
It is quite similar, but you can definitely taste that it's more lean.
Are
Yeah.
Australians like health conscious too? Like very very like because now in America
Yeah.
we're starting to like greens and organic.
No, I think we are. Yeah. Like I think when I was in high school, I remember Australia was like top fattest country in the world or something like that.
Top fattest country in the world
As in,
wasn't America.
no, I think it was.
Oh.
No, I think there was one stage. It was Australia. Yeah.
Top fattest country in the world.
Well, U.S. is definitely like
yeah, come
number
on,
one.
number one.
Like I
We're fat fucks.
Yeah.
You fat fuck.
Ooh. Yeah.
US.
Of
Pretty sure.
course.
I remember in high school I
gotta
did learn
be.
about this. Like
I mean,
we
dude,
did,
we have McDonald's.
Yeah, come on. Oh, you
have McDonald's
right?
as well.
Yeah,
But
come on, every
like-
country has McDonald's.
Well, that's true.
But then again, I understand because like
We got that General
your
Tso.
portion sizes are huge.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
compared
dude.
to us.
Fuck.
Like our Big Macs are like so small now. Yeah.
Oh, in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we kind of downsized too over the years, right?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah.
No, man.
I think it used to be bigger before.
God,
Oh my
really?
gosh, Australia's not even up there.
Okay,
So-
we got
So
Top 20 most obese places in the world. American Samoa,
Samoa?
what the
American
fuck?
Samoa?
Nauru,
Cook Islands?
Cook Islands.
Dude,
Tokelau?
someone's fucking with us
Hold
right
on, man.
now,
This is
laughing.
Egypt? Nah, no way.
Yo,
no
America
way.
is
Bahamas?
the 18th.
Yo, what kind of list, dude? You
Oh.
what list is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I just clicked obesity rates by country.
Yeah, right here, right here.
Yeah, this is interesting. No, that's what I.
No, you didn't.
Oh, that wasn't okay. World population.
Ew.
Oh wow!
Okay, number one, obviously.
Obviously,
America.
United States of America.
actually-
Dude, China?
Yeah, man. Chinese
Why?
people are.
Yeah,
s-
Chinese
fat.
people are-
They're
Chinese
fat,
people
man.
eat a lot.
Actually, no, they're not fat, but like the majority of them are pretty skinny. But their food is so greasy that
Yes,
if like they
yes,
normally try to eat
yes.
smaller portions.
Well,
But-
it's gotta be the rice too.
Sorry.
The rice?
Also, I think because there are so many people in China.
That's
as
true.
Well.
Yeah,
And
we gotta
No.
take that into account. Okay, so that's like whatever. India
In
next.
India, really?
The rice too. And
yeah,
the
I
naan.
can kind of understand that about India
Why? It's
because
just
they
like their
eat
food is like
really late at night. All
Really?
the time. I know.
Really?
That's not like one of the reasons, but when I
oh,
worked
it is.
when I
because-
worked at Nando's, it was always the Indian people coming in at like when we're about to shut the door and they want to
Oh.
eat like a feast.
Oh, like
at
what
like
time would
10
that
p.m.
be? 10 p.m.
Yeah, like they just I'm like why?
I gotta ask. Do you guys have 7-Eleven,
yeah.
the convenience store? So
I think I know what you're
yeah,
gonna ask me, but
are Indians usually the
Oh,
workers there?
yeah. That's a
Because
good
in
question.
America, they're all Indian. The
Right.
7-Eleven
Yeah, it's true.
workers.
Yeah.
Like literally, there's no white. Have you ever seen a white person working at 7-Eleven?
No, I haven't.
No, never.
I don't even know what that would look like.
Yeah, that shocks the system. Like I'll be like,
Yeah, like
I don't
dude,
know what to do with
is going
myself.
on?
Yeah.
I think
Like what?
stereotype Indians would be more taxi drivers in Melbourne.
Oh,
Taxi
really?
drivers, yeah.
What about Asian stereotypes? What would they? What was their like their occupation for Asians? Like, oh, you're a
Doctor.
you're a doctor. Oh, you must be Asian.
I think more so, maybe, I would say maybe IT
Oh, really?
Working that computer.
or banking.
So the
I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to generalize.
general stereotypes is similar, like in what you see in media.
Yeah, I
Like
think
the
so.
Asians
yeah.
are smart,
Yeah, Asians are smart. Yeah.
kind of feeble.
Yeah.
Really,
No, that's
it's
right.
still like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well,
pretty funny.
I have here.
Nigeria? I'm quite surprised about that.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, so China, India, Brazil, Mexico, Russia. We're still looking at the top 10 most obese countries. Egypt, Turkey, Iran, and Nigeria, right?
How does
Yeah.
this make sense? Oh, I guess it.
I think they're just. Look at this, though. Most obese countries by percentage is kind of similar to what we were looking at earlier. Cook Islands and Palau. Nauru? What is that? Samoa? I don't get it.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. We have here 10 awesome facts about Melbourne. Number 1, Batman is from Melbourne.
All right,
Wait,
let's.
Hold on
No,
hold
he's
on
not.
a sec. Hold on a sec. Wait, is in the act? What do you mean Batman is from Melbourne? Like,
You spent your child. Okay. Batman is an Aussie and he lives in Melbourne. You think that's rubbish? I'll tell you the truth.
oh, okay, I get what you mean.
What is that?
It's not.
what-
It's not Batman as in like the superhero.
Okay. The fuck is it?
Oh
There-
shit! What?
It's a magical moment every night, especially in the summer months when the sun sets. When
Oh,
more than,
okay, yeah. I got this.
More than
yeah.
60,000 bats, so-called flying foxes.
Yep. No, it's true.
Dude, you see bats everywhere at
oh,
night?
there are bats. Yeah, there was my professor, my lecturer told me once. Like apparently, because my university is close to a garden, a big massive garden, and she said that there was one time she was having coffee at the cafe, and all of a sudden the sky went dark. And then they looked up, and it's all bats, just like
Holy.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck, that's
So-
really cool and scary
they
at the
had
same
to,
time.
They had to like the council had to do something about it to get rid of those bats. Yeah.
So what did they do?
What do you do?
How do you get rid of bats?
I don't know really. I don't know really.
Maybe
just
the
like-
the flash on your camera.
But there are bats. You
They
can
don't
see
they don't
them.
like they don't
You
like
can
light,
see them
right?
late at
Yeah.
night sometimes. Yeah.
So Melbourne was originally going to be named Batmania. That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Never mind. I don't want to
So-
talk about that.
I want to ask something to Crystal. So someone who wants to visit Australia, like what are some of the tips like or things to do like
Just Australia.
yeah,
So like
Australia.
like what is okay. I would say check out the Great Barrier Reef before it disappears.
Wait,
Have
what?
you guys seen Finding Nemo?
Yes.
Yeah, so Great Barrier Reef.
Oh.
Because
What?
huh?
What?
Oh, that's why that. Finding Nemo was in Australia.
It's based in the Great Barrier Reef. Yeah.
Oh, that's why that bird has an Australian accent. I just realized that.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and then they swim to Sydney and
Yeah. But
yeah.
you-
So
I-
I think that's I went this year, like my first time I scuba dived and I snorkeled in the Great Barrier, and it's really beautiful. Like really, it's something that I feel like everyone has to do once in their life. Like it's like a new world when you're under there. It's like this exists. It's so beautiful. It's so colorful, and like it's like under the sea. Everyone's so happy. Like all the fishes are so happy.
Oh.
It's
No
so
sharkies?
beautiful. We did witness one shark swim by, but then they
don't-
apparently when you're at the shark's level, like it's okay, like it's fine.
What do you mean? When you're at the shark's level?
If you're at the top, the shark will, because the shark's eyesight's not that great, and so when you're at the top, the shark will think that maybe you're a seal or
Holy
like a dolphin or
fuck.
something. But if you're at their level, then they can see you properly. So but anyway, like it was just cool witnessing a shark, and they just swam by, just ignored
Wait,
us.
so you were in the water and you saw the shark?
Yeah.
Were
'Cause I
you
was,
terrified in the beginning? Or?
No, it was so beautiful.
Oh.
I was.
What?
Everything's beautiful to you.
I know it was, and like it was really magical. Like inside, like when I was scuba diving.
I heard that what you have to do if you are attacked by a shark.
Oh, like hit it in the eye.
Yeah, you got no. You got to punch it in the nose.
Oh, in the nose.
Yeah, because it has a pointy nose.
You know, I sometimes like imagine myself like, what would I do in that situation? I think I'd just let it eat me.
What?
What?
I don't
What
think
do
I
you
could.
mean?
I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could like
So what
imagine
did
you're
I
in the
just-
water. How could you punch something in the water like with all your strength and might in the
Well,
water?
it's probably really sensitive.
Yeah,
that
it is.
area.
So you don't have to nail it and have your hand go through the nose. You just, just
But
like
good luck
a
doing that
short
while it's
jab.
like chomping on your other
oh
arm.
fuck,
It's like,
man.
Oh my
You
gosh.
know what I mean?
That is literally my worst. I don't really like water. God, I'm talking about all my nightmares today. Like possums, roadkill, and deep underwater. That shit like
Yeah.
terrifies me.
Yeah.
Like Jaws. You like?
Yeah, actually, I was telling my
Oh.
my students. They were, I don't know why I was talking about sharks, but I said sharks, and they're like, "What's sharks?" And I was like, and they're like, "Oh!" Then
Oh,
you
they all-
shut away.
they all know?
They all know that movie,
Yeah.
Jaws. Yeah.
I love it still because like little kids, they still know Lion King. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'll be so upset
Yeah.
when that day comes when little like elementary school kids, they don't know what Lion
Yeah.
King, like Finding Nemo. I'll be like, oh, you are
Great
you're
movies.
So missing
Yeah.
out.
Classics.
Out. Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about Melbourne that you're like that you would like to you kind of like miss?
I really miss the cafe vibes and the atmosphere, like going for brunch, having good coffee, because Melbourne's known for coffee as well.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of cafes in Melbourne. I just miss that. Just waking up on a Sunday or a Saturday and going, hey guys, let's go for brunch, and then having good food and good coffee, and it's like best thing to start the day. Yeah.
Do you need a car there too to travel everywhere? Is transportation system is like good?
Transportation is pretty bad.
Probably just like
Pretty
the
bad.
States.
Yeah. So I would say it's more convenient to have a car. Yeah.
You should definitely have a car,
Yeah.
right?
Even when as soon as I turned 16, my parents were like pushing me to get a car quick, because my parents were like, "We're so sick of driving you around. Like, we want you to drive yourself." Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I got my license pretty quickly. Yeah.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on New Zealand?
Oh, here we go. Beef.
Like, do you guys have like a rivalry, right? On certain things, maybe like for sports or.
I heard sports there is, but in terms of
like,
I don't
generally, are you guys like fuck these people?
No, not really.
Not
I don't
really?
think so. Yeah.
You guys don't really shit on them. Like Americans, we shit on Canada a lot.
I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do.
just
We had
because
a
we think
Canadian
we're
Keith.
better.
We
Yeah.
had him like
Yeah, like so I was asking like, do you guys think you're the shit, like, you know, in your region? So
No, I don't think so.
no.
Like if from what I know and from the people that
You're
I
just a
hang out
good
with.
girl.
Yeah, Crystal just sees
you.
everything in bright colors and flowers.
So positive.
But like, you know, when you're from the city, right? If you're from like Melbourne or
Yeah,
Sydney Major,
yeah.
but let's say like someone else comes from like the suburbs, or like they come from like a more rural
like
location.
yeah.
Are they like
Like
look,
Bendigo. Or
yeah? Are they like frowned upon? They're like, oh, you're like such a country person.
No.
Bogan.
No, but they do. I find they're more. You can really hear that their Australian accent, and it's really strong, and they use more slang.
Oh,
More
back in
slang,
in the outskirts.
Yeah,
Oh,
they use
really?
more slang. Yeah, definitely. And so, so I knew a friend who he worked in the countryside. He's Korean, and then when he told me that when he talks to me, he can understand everything I say. But when he works with all his colleagues and stuff, he says that he doesn't understand a single word
Wow.
because
It's that
the way
bad,
they
huh?
speak is different.
Yeah.
And then he'd ask me about a lot of slang, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? And even like some of the slang that he tells me, I'm like, I don't even know what it means. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? What's like the number one slang in? Yeah.
Were you about to swear?
No. Oh, no. What is the like number one slang used in Australia?
I think g'day is
What?
G'day.
Good day.
Good day. G'day.
Oh, good day.
That's a
G'day.
slang. G'day.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's
What
slang.
are-
G'day is it
What else?
I use like the words that I use often.
Yeah.
I don't know. You reckon? Like
What?
Oh,
you reckon?
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's, or like mozzie, mosquito, mozzie.
a mozzie,
Yeah. What
Oh.
else? Oh my gosh.
muzzy, and what was the other one? G'day.
G'day.
Good day.
G'day, mate.
G'day,
G'day,
mate.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. How's it going? Yeah.
So like a lot of like greetings and like that would be like you use a lot of slangs and
Yeah,
greetings.
I feel like Australian, like our English is very lazy. Yeah. That's what I think. Do you guys think so?
Yeah, English is. It's very like the
No. Like
No, I think
Australian
Australian-
Oh, I'm
English.
sorry.
Yeah.
Australian English is
Yeah.
very lazy.
Yeah, I feel like we shorten a lot of words.
I
or
have no idea.
I thought it was longer. That's what
longer.
she said.
Yeah.
Wait, but what do you mean? Like it's shorter? Eh?
Mosquito, mozzie.
Oh, so people are like, oh, it's too long. Let's just shorten it. Let's make it mozzie.
Yeah, or like Tom, Tomo. I guess that's longer. Tomo.
What's a Tomo?
Tom, the name, Tom.
Tom.
Oh, Tom.
Tom. Sometimes we say Tomo.
Oh,
Put
interesting.
an O at the end.
Wait, Australia is in the southern part of the hemisphere, right? Is it?
Yes.
So, are your seasons reversed from
yes,
America?
we are.
So, yeah. So, like
Dude,
right
I
now,
wanna go.
it would be like summertime
It's like
or
it's
getting
hot now.
Oh, I
yeah,
would love
it's
to go
hot
there.
Now.
Holy shit!
So yeah, it's like 30 degrees now in Melbourne.
30.
right
You guys
now.
use Celsius too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you guys don't understand that thing. Don't worry, I don't understand Fahrenheit as well. Like,
Yeah, it's a little difficult.
It's better.
Oh, okay. What's like you know in America right now we for dating you use a lot of apps, right? Like so
Oh.
like I heard this shocking statistics that over 60% of like single people's dating it's done through apps now, which is shocking.
oh wow.
Isn't that crazy? Like
I guess like in this day and age,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not surprised.
is it like
Yeah.
that there too? Is it
I
like
think people
the
do
dating
it.
culture?
I think people do. Yeah, like
In Korea, it's like really frowned upon. You know, like if
it's
you
frowned upon in Korea.
no, as in like if you use certain dating apps such as Tinder, it's only for one purpose, which is like
Oh, to
you
hook
know,
up.
yeah, to hook up. And it's like if I tell a Korean person, oh, I use the app,
Yeah.
they're like, what is wrong with you? They get angry.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah, they get really angry. Because I don't use apps personally, but like
Yeah.
I have friends who do.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's like a lot of times when Koreans use apps here, they use it to
Hook up.
hook up with like foreigners,
Yeah,
expats.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to find love.
What?
That thing you call love.
Ew. What kind of accent is that?
But I think like maybe when they're like bored as well, they just want to muck around.
What did you say? Muck
When they're
around?
bored
Uh-huh.
and muck around.
Muck
Muck
around?
around?
Muck around.
Muck around?
No, that's a slang. What is that?
Is it a
Yeah,
slang?
yeah, it's
Oh, mess around.
Oh.
Muck around, mess around. Yeah.
Cool, interesting.
Mess around. Muck
Alright,
around.
Muck around.
Okay.
I'm gonna use that. Bogan and muck around. So
You know, sometimes I didn't even realize like these words are
yeah, see,
different.
it's hard when you're put on the spot, like to think of these things. But like, I was curious about another thing too. It was like, you know, Asian, because like, you know, for immigrants, for
Yeah.
Asians, for example, if you're in like Australia or whatever, then what kind of
Sorry.
anyway, like, is there like a big church community? Because you know they kind of Asians get together in churches. That's like usually the trend, you know, and like for immigrants.
We have our tribal instincts.
Yeah,
So we
what?
gotta.
What do you mean?
No, I'm just
Tribal
saying, like,
instincts.
you know, you see your peoples like in a foreign land.
Yeah.
You want to like get together.
Yeah, but it's always
There
that's
are
one of the-
communities
always
out there.
church.
Yeah. Oh,
Church is the
Yeah,
biggest,
it's a big factor, man.
biggest community.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
there
get
is
together.
that
though.
Is it
Yeah.
like that in?
no, there are like
Australia
there are Chinese
too?
communities. There's Vietnamese community. My mum used to be part of a Vietnamese community.
What do you mean by community? Like
It's just like Vietnamese people getting together, doing things like cooking together.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and it's just like it's kind of like a club. Like yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah.
is there like I heard that Vietnamese gangsters are fucking scary, and there are a lot of Vietnamese gangs.
there are a
in
few. Yeah,
Australia.
yeah, there are
But-
because
yeah.
because when the Vietnamese people came to Australia by boat, I guess it's normal that this stuff does happen and gangs starts to arise and
So what kind of like gangs? I mean, are we like talking? You know, like drugs usually, drugs and
Probably.
yeah, I think it's
Like, kinda-
everything.
They're,
Just like
I think they're
arms.
pretty
Just like-
hardcore, right?
they're
damage
hardcore,
things,
man.
just damage things, steal things,
What-
get into fights, kind of stuff. Yeah,
Are guns legal in Australia?
no,
No, right? So
No.
I heard that like my friend told me this
it's
once.
really hard to get a gun in Australia.
Oh yeah, you tried,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
no,
Crystal's getting that gun.
But don't people go hunting? Like,
yeah, in the countryside.
right.
Yeah, in the countryside, people probably do have guns there, but in like the city suburbs, like it's really hard. I think it's
To obtain a
really
gun.
yeah,
Ah, I see.
yeah.
I heard that like Vietnamese gangsters they use machetes. So I went to this. I went to. My friend told me about this one time. He went to this club in
It's so
Sydney.
scary. Oh my
A
gosh.
nightclub. Okay.
You
And
can't even
these-
hide a Oh wait. Oh okay.
No. So they
okay.
had like I was like they were. It was like a cold day. So they had these machetes in their jackets, just like
Yeah.
kind of like this.
Yeah.
And there were like 20, 30 of these like Vietnamese people, like these gangsters, right? So like my friend was there. The bouncers are all like big ass like white dudes, you know? And then, you know, they were in the club and then my friend's friend started a fight with one of these guys, like gangsters, because they're like drunk. And then all of a sudden they're like, all these Vietnamese people, they got up, they pulled out their fucking machetes. And then the bouncers,
Yeah.
they couldn't do shit.
yeah.
They're like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
no,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so they just called the police.
Yeah.
Everybody had to evacuate the
Yeah.
club. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like running around with machetes, like killing people. I was like, damn.
I don't get paid enough to do this shit.
Yeah, like fuck that,
It
man.
is scary. It is
Like,
really
what would
scary.
you do if you had a guy pull like a massive machete out of his like
It's crazy.
jacket? That's like
Yeah.
I
crazy,
do know
yeah.
of some people, like just know of them that who are part of gangs and stuff, and yeah, it is
Oh,
Part of
like
gangs.
okay.
yeah.
Are,
So
are you a part of the gang?
Of
Affiliated.
course. Can't you tell?
Maybe you got a tattoo like somewhere.
Yeah.
No, but like yeah. So sometimes when we go to the club, like when we see some guys, we're like, oh yeah, like that guy's from part of a gang.
How do you
Yeah.
know? Can you identify them right away?
You
Like,
kind
oh,
of
shit,
know
they're
of
gangsters.
them,
Oh.
or kind of know their
okay.
face, kind of thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, or like you would not want to mess around
Right.
with
But
someone that's
Can I
part of a
ask
gang.
this?
Yeah.
So what if there's a dude who's like really attractive to you, right? And he's part of a gang. What would you like? you know, you guys met through church. Like he's trying to find.
What?
He's no. This is
Brian's
No, 'cause,
he
like-
asks these hypothetical
Oh my
questions.
God.
no, because like.
I always have to think hard.
No, I'm being serious. He,
Yeah.
you know, he served. I mean, like he, you know, did time in the pen, and like he wants to find a new light. So he goes to church, and then
New
that's where
light.
you find him, right? But he's somewhat like affiliated. He still like sees his
Yeah.
like.
Well, we're asking
his
this
gang.
because Crystal is a Christian. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm just saying like
Would
would you date him or give him a chance or whatever?
Yeah,
and
I
he's a
would.
really good dude.
Yeah, I
Like-
would.
Oh, you would.
Yeah.
But he
I
just
think
killed like 2 people.
Yeah, it's okay. Like,
okay to kill two people?
Wait,
I mean,
I'm scared.
I mean, it's
What?
Not okay.
No, it's okay.
It's not okay because as long as he's trying to change, right? If he's
No,
trying
but
to
he
change,
killed 2 people though. Just
like
2.
that's in the past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as
Like
long
a
as
week
someone-
ago.
Well,
I mean, not a week ago, but I mean,
changing the story.
He does this. He always the hypothetical question.
there's like blood stains on his shirt.
He adds like one element to the
Well,
story.
I don't think anyone's perfect, and everyone makes
Oh,
mistakes.
yeah.
And so, if he's
Wow.
trying to change, then I think that's okay.
Wow.
What if he's still part of a gang?
No, yeah. I'm
Well,
saying
if
he's
he's going to
slightly
church-
affiliated.
Oh.
If he's going to church and he's trying, then I think that's okay.
So like yeah, that's what we're saying. Like on the weekdays, he
on the weekday,
yeah he goes to his
Full
gangster
job.
friends, and
Yeah.
then weekends
Weekends, he's
yeah
like a
his
church
church
boy.
friends yeah. So like that's a green light. You would
well,
date.
I think if he was really truly like wanting to change, he would try to not make that as a weekday job. Like he would try to find something else, right?
Well, the thing
Like
about
you can't. Yeah.
the thing about
Once you get in, can't get out.
oh, that's what she said.
One of the
Anyway,
G-
there-
oh, ew.
So for gangsters, there's a lot of gangster psychology. So what
Look
that
at
is
our researcher.
Actually, let me get my
Yo,
glasses.
are we running out of time?
Oh shoot, we have like 5 minutes left. Damn, time goes so fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Let her talk. I'm just kidding. No, go.
So yeah, there's like gangster psychology where it's there are a lot of gangsters. They feel very very insecure because they're always part of a group, and especially in gangsters, like they make you part of the group. You're not an individual, so you always move in a group. Everything you do is a group decision. All your actions affect the whole group.
So what if you have to
Yeah,
take a
okay,
shit?
yeah.
You have to take a shit with your buddy.
Oh no, I hope not.
Right on, right on his lap.
Everybody, it's shit time. No, but so actually, gangsters they're like not like these confident like they're actually very insecure about being alone and about themselves.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's very interesting. So
Okay, so your answer is yes. So for all of you Vietnamese gangsters,
so all of you Vietnamese gangster folks
please
out there,
hit up Crystal. Okay, so yeah. Any last questions?
you're leaving Korea, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah,
So there's the
so
last
sad.
time we're
So
gonna
I
see
didn't
you.
extend. Yeah, I didn't renew my contract.
Oh,
So I'll be coming back to Melbourne. Yeah.
So one question I did want to ask is,
Yeah.
you know, Australia, the expense, like living expenses are usually higher than
Yes.
Korea. Is it a
Yes.
lot higher? Or like, 'cause
yes.
you make-
Yes.
I heard that there are no poor people in Melbourne, like in Australia.
There are poor
Oh,
people.
okay.
There are.
But generally, like,
The government does help them.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there are. You do see some people sleeping on the streets and stuff. Yeah.
do you?
And-
What do you do personally? Do you throw some change at them? Or?
Yeah. Well, like,
I just want to know.
just what do I do when I see them?
Yeah, like because like some people they say like don't give them change because
Oh,
like
I
you know
do
there's
hear
that
about
thing
that.
like
yeah, I do hear
they
about
might
that.
they might buy something that'll you know get them into like I don't know
Yeah.
in a downward spiral like buying alcohol. So,
Yeah,
like,
well-
what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do know that they do receive like a lot of help, especially from churches.
Oh, okay.
But every poor person has their own story, like why they're on the streets.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
so it's really hard to say, you know, don't give them any change because they're probably just going to spend it all on drugs and alcohol. Like it's,
That's a very big generalization.
I know, but that's what a lot of people
Yeah, a
generalize
lot of people do
them.
think about that, yeah.
When, as soon as they see the person, or like if if a person's asking you for change and they look like completely fine, then it's also like, are you really poor? Like that kind of thing. So it's really hard to like judge someone really.
What I hate the most is when they ask for change. I don't mind giving them change, but then they're like being fucking rude about it. They're like, "No, give me more." You know?
Yeah.
Give me
Yes.
$5.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I've seen that
you're not
happen
getting shit
before.
now.
Yeah, I've seen that happen when they like a girl opens her wallet and he can see a $5 note there.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's like, no, not the quarter, the $5.
I want the note. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're like scared, so they'll just give it. Oh, yeah.
So
that shit.
what you told me was that you want to go back to Australia because like you'll be able to find a job that pays more and kind of it's so generally is the like are you making a higher salary if you're living in Australia versus in Korea, you think?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yes, but also I feel like it's time to be an adult and save up for the future and
Look at you, all
get
grown up.
married and and I'd like and also because I want to keep traveling as well, so I think I can save up more money to travel if I was to work in Australia. But I do love it in Korea. Like I'm definitely gonna miss it. And every time, like even when I had to like sign like I had to like sign that contract thing to end my stay. I was like getting quite emotional about it because I was like, I don't want to leave. I love this country.
You might come back, right?
Yeah, I definitely will come back.
You definitely have to come back
Definitely will.
as a guest here for Squash the Beef podcast.
Yeah, no, I like Korea is really great, and I think most of my friends are extending. Yeah, so it is a great place to live, and it's affordable as well. Like you can save, and you can save money here. Yeah, but
living expenses are a little bit lower.
yeah, it's
right?
really low.
Yeah,
really low. Yeah, so
Yeah.
All right. There you have it, folks. That was Squash the Beef.
thanks for having
episode
me
12.
on the show.
Do you have anything you want to say or anything like before your last words?
Oh,
Before you parrot. I was kidding.
Any bad emotions that you gotta vent?
Let me get this out here.
You want to call out anyone?
Crystal's like, yeah.
nah,
All you motherfuckers.
nah, just really great. I've known you guys to know you guys and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not leaving tomorrow. Come on, don't do that.
It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really glad to have a friend like Crystal. So
Yeah.
Wow, where's
So
my dad
you want to
calling?
give a shout out to anyone or you tell the folks your Instagram or something?
Okay. My Instagram is
Oh, hello. Send in those DMs.
the Crystal Or. So the THE Crystal CRYSTALOR, my last name. You can find me there and then follow me and see my adventures in Korea and in Melbourne. Yay.
All right.
Alrighty.
There you have it, folks. You can find us on YouTube to watch the video version by typing Squash the Beef or STBeef. Or you can tune in into iTunes / Stitcher / Google Play Music. That's
Why are you
only
looking at
in
me?
US and Canada because you're such a beautiful person.
oh,
So there you have it, folks. We have, once again, the Vegemite. Go get yourself some B vitamins for vitality. It does taste like
looks
shit,
like we're
though.
like actually
And
getting paid.
No,
by
also-
Joe
that.
likes it.
I actually like it. Yeah,
And
it's
also, what's it? Tim
Tim
Tam?
Tams.
Tim Tams. They're chocolate bars that you could use for a straw.
Chocolate
right?
bars.
Chocolate bars you could use for a straw. That's pretty much what it is, right? And eat that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you guys like natto? Like Japanese natto?
Oh shit.
I think
Wait.
that's why I like this kind of stuff.
Oh,
I like
What's Japanese natto again?
it's like the fermented beans, right?
stop eating beans,
love
man.
beans,
All right,
man.
let's wrap this up,
Yeah,
man.
let's
Let's
wrap
wrap
it up, though.
All right, guys. See
All right,
y'all
man.
later.
Good times.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.